Law Warrior Solaris. Montenegro. Despite a name that calls up visions of pomp and circumstance and exotic European nations, Montenegro is a grim place, with only a few pleasant islands to break the monotony of vast wastelands of abandoned industrial sectors. Possibly the ugliest of the Solaris sectors, Montenegro has deep troubles with crime and gang violence. City administration and Durian Block M2. As a symbol of the Andurians' autonomy and defiance of central authority, the Duchy of Andurian staunchly remains this squat, ugly building as its main government office. The Andurians have come up with endless reasons for delaying their move to Marek Tower, many believing that the Andurians will never move, and short of force, the Marek government can do nothing about it. Marek Tower M1. This brand new mountain of glass and steel bears the Marek eagle proudly over its main entrance. In an attempt to reinforce the new spirit of the Free Worlds League, the Marek government requires that all member states maintain diplomatic and government offices here. This is also the location of the Montenegro Civic Authority offices. Montenegro Waterworks. Along the river squats this vast assemblage of pipes, holding tanks and pump houses from which Montenegro and much of southern Solaris City gets its water. Neighbourhoods. Allman District. The common people's residential area is every bit as bleak and charmless as the rest of Montenegro. Anonymous high-rises and identical row houses are the rule, with few parks or amenities to break the monotony. Despite the new spirit of unity in the Free Worlds League, residents of the Allman area tend to cluster in groups, paralleling their own national ancestry, be it Andurian, Orientan, Regulan, Silverhawk, and so on. Grey Industries, formerly offices for a now defunct Solaris Corporation, this building now houses squatters and poor tenants, as well as being the secret HQ for the Red Cobra Triad. Cobra leaders gather here to map strategy, and also to use the place to store and maintain their substantial arsenal. The Riverfront, a place of burned-out warehouses and twisted remains of dock cranes and loaders, the Riverfront, like the Wasteland, is home to numerous gangs, squatters, and other criminal elements. The Wasteland. Beyond the factory lies this grim, deadly jungle of abandoned manufacturing plants, warehouses, foundries, and offices. Only the homeless and dirt poor live here, squatting in empty buildings, keeping themselves to themselves, and dodging the occasional police patrols sent into the area. The Wasteland is a good place to hide, although many of the residents jealously guard their space and will rob and kill anyone likely to be carrying anything of value. Information. Free World League's News Service. Various publications of print and broadcast news are produced here, all with a Marek slant. Reporters Cal Helmway and Sharona Avner both have gained notoriety for their vicious condemnation of FC corruption and excesses on Solaris, while turning a blind eye to similar activities by House Marik and its close ally, House Lau. Tourist services. Kinabatu Travel. Ostensibly a travel agency, Mareko Kinabatu's firm also serves as a discreet hiring service, through which financially secure clients can hire mercenary dropships and jump ships. The ships and crews so hired are guaranteed not to ask too many questions, and are generally of high professional quality. Hotels. The Five Princes. Considered the best hotel in Montenegro, the Five Princes is nonetheless an ugly structure, converted from a block of abominable industrial office buildings. The interior, however, is an attractive combination of brick, metal, and wood, enlivened by lush greenery, pools, and waterfalls. Rooms start at around 80 M-bills per night for a double, rising to 500 per night for a suite. Entertainment. Brits. A working-class bar, Brits is the after-work destination for dozens of weary Montenegrins. Though physically undistinguished, the establishment is notable for the fact that its owner, David Weinstein, is a former mech warrior of some fame. Besides being Brit's owner/bartender, Weinstein has numerous contacts throughout Solaris, both legitimate and underworld. He dislikes trouble, and patrons are expected to check their weapons at the door. Hangar 66. One of the legendary Solaris establishments, Hangar 66 is second in notoriety only to Thor's Shield Hall in Silesia. The atmosphere and clientele are similar. Hangers-on and tourists come to catch a glimpse of their heroes, the elite mech warriors who may use the private dining room by invitation only. Realising that mech warriors are his major draw, owner Val Halloran gives them considerable latitude, letting them rack up enormous tabs, spend hours without ordering, and making tastefully appointed luxury apartment that he maintains upstairs available to important mech warriors who may wish to spend the night. Home Guards Club. This elite social club, open only to active or retired members of House Marik's Home Guards, maintains this plush clubhouse on Solaris. Here, members may dine, read, relax, drink, and converse in comfort, though they may also view mech contests in the club's private theatre and lounge. Although full membership, which includes voting rights and free lodging for up to 7 days, is open to only the Home Guards, associate membership, which allows the use of the facilities for a fee, is available to non-guardsmen if sponsored by a member and approved by a 2/3 vote of the chapter members. The club sometimes offers associate memberships to successful mech warriors if the members admire the pilot's fighting prowess and believe he or she brought honour to the Free World League. The Reaver. Aerospace pilots are in constant demand on Solaris for tours, escort, and transportation. Solaris also attracts mercenary pilots who hope to sell their services in the hiring halls. The Reaver, notable for the full-size mock-up of the 100-ton Marek fighter hanging from the ceiling, is a bar where these pilots come to relax, tell tales, and occasionally sell their services. Non-pilots can expect considerable ribbing if they come in, even if looking to hire a mercenary. All the same, nobles, warriors, and other individuals in search of top-notch flyers consider the Reaver a prime place to find them. Owner and bartender Rico San Lucas never served in the military, but is an avid collector of Marek memorabilia, particularly that relating to the aerospace services and to Reavers and Reaver pilots in particular. His interests make him turn a blind eye to any illegal or boisterous conduct by his pilot patrons. Stewart Inn. Though Solarans like to joke that the Stewart Inn serves only Scottish cuisines, which is thistles, oatcakes and haggis, its menu is excellent. Many locals enjoy the inn's authentic decor and pleasant staff under the firm but fair management of its owner, Margaret Stewart. A good meal will cost you 15 to 20 M-bills. Points of interest. Bromley Estate. Another island of green amid the industrial gloom, Bromley Estate is home to Thaddeus Bromley, master of Bromley Stables, unquestionably the largest and most successful to fly the Marek colours. Walled and heavily patrolled, Bromley's home is surrounded by verdant, landscape grounds with fruit trees, decorative shrubs, tennis courts, and an enormous covered pool. The Factory. House Marik's pride, the arena stands in perfect harmony with the barren industrial landscape. Parking lots, souvenir stands and food stands crowd around the factory as if seeking shelter from the surrounding decay. Free World's Theatre. This structure offers different entertainments from night to night with live theatre, tri-vid movies, mech fights and concerts predominating. Greenway Park. One long, continuous park built to relieve the industrial monotony of the surrounding landscape. The Greenway runs all the way from Marek Tower to the river. The park is replete with statuary, benches, shaded paths, and water fountains. Its character varies from a pleasant, well-maintained place of peace and tranquility near the tower to a run-down dump infested with transients and slum gangs of criminal intent as it reaches the river. Melway Fountain. The Melway Fountain is a central water column surrounded by numerous small water jets, each set to constantly change shape, pressure, and flow rate to create a random dance of water that changes from one moment to the next. At night, this effect is enhanced by coloured lighting that flash on and off at random, making the water jets change hue and shade. By day, many workers enjoy their lunch here when the weather permits. Shadow Downs. Bromley's current rival, Fitzhugh Stables, are the domain of Andrew Fitzhugh, a wealthy Andurian and supporter of the Andurian cause, who arrived on Solaris a mere 5 years ago. Since then, he's proceeded to develop a first-class stable. Bad blood between the two stable masters is well known. Neither can tolerate being in the same room with the other. When Fitzhugh changed and purchased Shadow Downs, it was a rundown estate on the market for commercial development. He transformed it into one of the most beautiful places in Montenegro, with beautiful, plentiful scenery, a Japanese garden, and a private stream fed by water diverted from the Solaris River. Mech Tech. Danner's spare parts. Theodore Danner is a scavenger with a talent for finding useful parts on mechs that everyone else has given up on. His stock of salvaged and refurbished mech parts is second to none, and his prices average 50% of new, and Danner deals extensively with small stables and independents such as the Black Lions, whose HQ are, well, just next door. Deval's Scrapyard. The final destination of many a destroyed battle mech, Deval's Yard is a twisted tangle of rusting metal, discarded armour, irreparable weapons, and miscellaneous electronics. Broke mech warriors pay Deval to scrounge in the yard searching for useful items, and a Solaran recycler periodically buys scrap metal by the ton. The yard also makes an excellent hiding place or location for clandestine meetings, for which Deval charges around 25 C-bills per hour. Earthworks FWL. One of the League's leading military corporations maintains offices here, both to assist with the maintenance of Marik battle mechs and to process information on new mech tactics, their innovations, and equipment that might be useful in actual combat. Teams of Earthworks operatives attend mech fights seeking such information, while intelligence processing specialists review Trivid tapes and IR analyses of each fight. So far, Earthworks has developed several innovative mech battle tactics, as well as made improvements in maintenance techniques and existing equipment from information obtained by Earthworks on Solaris. Miscellaneous. The Black Lions. Groups like the Black Lions can survive on Solaris, but their existence is precarious. The Lions are an independent, cooperative group of mech warriors who fight in the arena under their own banner, owing allegiance to neither successor house nor nobleman's stable. This course of action appeals to the rugged individualist, but it is dangerous. Recognizing the danger to their power and profitability posed by independents, the major stables seek at every turn to frustrate, bankrupt, or even destroy them. The Lions are currently engaged in a feud with Black Star stables, whose mechs attack them with murderous intent. Only the skill and professionalism of the Lions have kept them alive. The members of the Black Lions meet in a rundown tenement, which they acquired when a previous owner lost it in an ill-advised bet against them in the mech games. Membership is open to all, but requires a 2/3 approval by the other members. After paying initiation dues of around 1,000 C-bills, all members are required to contribute 25% of their winnings to the club treasury, toward the purchase of supplies, equipment, housing, food, and other necessities. Staying in the clubhouse is free, although the accommodations are somewhat Spartan. A large mech bay that can service 2 mechs, as long as they remain horizontal, occupy the main floor. Holzerberg Manor. Typical of high-rise housing in the area, Holzerberg charges fair prices of 500 M-bills per month and is reasonably secure. The apartments are small, 1 or 2 bedroom affairs with bathrooms and microscopic kitchenettes. A few mech warriors make their home here, probably considering it temporary until their luck improves. Sandway Building. Various corporations on Solaris maintain offices in this block, which once housed administrative facilities for the Sandway Corporation, one of the largest industries on Solaris in the Star League era. Today, it's a low-income housing site, plagued by drugs, crime, and gang activity. The Sandway is also known to welcome broke or down-on-their-luck mech warriors who formed a small mutual protection society, helping other tenants as well as one another deal with marauding gangs and protection rackets. Sutter Warehouse. Apparently just another abandoned warehouse, this structure is actually a major transshipment point for goods stolen by the infamous Bertoli family. It also serves as a meeting place for Bertoli's leaders to discuss business. It's always patrolled by at least 2 heavily armed thugs who keep themselves well hidden, but will not hesitate to eliminate an unwanted visitor. Von Tripp Incorporated. Anton von Tripp is the best-known Marek broker on Solaris. As a loyal supporter of the League and a fanatical unificationist, he requires that all his clients swear allegiance to House Marik for the duration of their service with him. He refuses to represent any warriors from what he considers the traitorous Duchy of Durian.